I went to a Billy Talent concert the other day, April 29th. They played at the Burton Cummings Theater here in Winnipeg. It was pretty good. It was a good concert. It was like pretty dang good actually. But it gave me like some hearing loss or whatever because I got like a permanent ringing now. Hopefully it'll fade. But a lot's been going on, so like I guess I'll talk about like a few different things. So the big one is Abby. I love her so much. Her smile, her hair, her voice, her laughter, her emotions. I love listening to her talk. I wrote on my board, am I dreaming or is this real? I love you, Abby. I wrote that at like 3 in the morning last night or something, or maybe the night before when I was like just stunned at what was going on. Because basically I decided to tell her I don't want my heart to be played with anymore. You can call me when you're not in a relationship, because I was getting really jealous about her and her boyfriend or whatever. Meanwhile, she was like talking to me and she knows I love her and she said she loves me too, and it just really hurts, or it did hurt. But after I got all jealous and angry after the Billy Talent concert, because I tried telling her about it and she was at her boyfriend's, and I just was thinking like, what the hell am I doing, giving all my attention to this girl that's in a relationship, like hoping that she'll decide to be with me or something. I decided that what I could do would be to tell her what I said, because I just couldn't keep doing it. I couldn't keep like talking to her and developing all these feelings and like falling asleep with her on FaceTime and like just feeling so close. Yet then she'd go over to her boyfriend's and like fuck them. It's really disgusting. Like I felt disgusting of myself, not of her. But I decided that that's what I should do. So I told her that. I wanted to tell her over the phone, but she was like at her boyfriend or something, so I just texted it to her, and then she said, "Can I call you?" And then she called me and she was just crying so hard. She was bawling. And like she felt like she was being broken up with, and she was saying that I was leaving her and that there'd be no more tomorrows. And I felt bad that she was crying, but I didn't feel bad about like what she was saying because I knew it wasn't really true. Like I'm not leaving her. I'm just telling her that I can't talk to her while she's in a relationship because it doesn't work for me. So it's just like her decision if she wants to continue to be in a relationship with her boyfriend Jason, or if she wants to figure that out and then talk to me. Like I wasn't trying to be like really manipulative or anything, and I just kind of knew that like it wouldn't work for me to talk to her all the time and feel so like jealous and heartbroken, and then feel like the most understood and safe and comfortable I've ever felt in my life with her, but then and think and feel like she's mine, like she's my girlfriend, and she's got a boyfriend. It just wasn't working. It just didn't make sense to me. It was too confusing. Like, I really felt love before, but I've definitely felt something for her, like something deep and warm and nice in my chest, like just these feelings of closeness with someone who's got someone else just didn't really make sense to me. So I said that I can't talk to, or I don't want my heart played with anymore, and you can call me when you're not in a relationship. And so this really hurt her. Like, she cried really hard, and she left Jason's and like started driving home, and I just stayed with her on the phone and tried to, you know, just be with her while she like felt all that, because it sounded like it was really hard. And I know it was probably really hard because I know if she told me that she didn't want to talk to me anymore, I would feel so heartbroken. And so I just talked to her for about an hour, and we talked about a lot. And kind of like, I told her I just wanted to like address the elephant in the room, like, why are you coming to me all the time with everything about your day, and whenever you feel anything like you want to talk, you always want to talk to me, and I want to talk to you, and I want to hear what you have to say, but why aren't you going to your boyfriend? Like, just, it's like emotional cheating or whatever. But and she agreed and everything. She understood where I was coming from, and she was angry, but she said she could only really be angry with herself. And I just talked to her, just tried to keep her like understanding that I wasn't like trying to like quote unquote break up with her or never talk to her again. And she said it would be really hard for her to process this without me, and I told her that I really didn't want to like contact her or like keep following her and stuff, but that I would keep her on Talk Life so that she could message me if she wanted to call. And I ended up keeping her on. She ended up asking to keep me on Snapchat, and I said, yeah, that's fine. I just won't look at your stories or anything. And so we were both like posting stuff, and I was trying to like not look at what she was posting on Talk Life because I just was trying to like limit my suffering and try and stick to what I said because I knew it was the right thing to like not keep listening and being there for her while she's trying to make this decision about like who she wants to be with or like what she wants to do, because it's like a big conflict of interest for me, because like obviously I'm not gonna like support her being with this other guy, like, and I'm not gonna like listen to everything she has to say because it makes me angry. Like, I hate hearing about him while she's literally with him, and I have like these deep feelings for her. So she posted some of the nicest things I've ever read. Like, I can't process them. Like, they're just so amazing. It's difficult for me. It's truly difficult for me to really think that someone who I love and value so much has such deep, beautiful things to say about me. And like, it's really difficult for me to process. I've never really felt this type of care and appreciation and understanding and feeling understood for someone and by someone. It's very new to me, so it's like difficult, and I was just shocked. And once I got over the initial like shock and everything, um, of the things she was saying, I started to feel like really happy and hopeful and like I was in a dream. That's why I wrote, "Am I dreaming or is this real? I love you, Abby." Am I bored? Because like I deleted Talk Life at this point, and I told her that I wanted to be off Talk Life for a week because I just needed like time to process things and focus on school and just the gym, and that time apart was good, and that only she can go through this alone, like this decision she has to make. And she told me that she's getting her passport and that she's going to be coming up here, and she wants to try and come up here in July to see me. And I don't know, I feel like it's a dream. Like at the moment, I feel kind of like, I'm not sure what I feel at the moment, but I'm excited to see her and hold her and kiss her and hug her and just spend time with her. I love her so much. She's actually amazing. Like, I just love her so much. And I know it's not going to be just a happily ever after. Like, there's a lot of work involved, and I don't know, I've never felt like willing to put in the work with somebody. Like, I've had a lot of girlfriends and I've had them tell me they love me and stuff, and I just haven't been ready to like love somebody or found somebody like that I love in that way, or ever love. I didn't feel like my mother loved me or my father or my siblings, but with her I do feel that way. And so I just feel like it's just like the right thing to do, to want to protect her and listen to her and have fun with her and start a family together. That's what I hope. That's my dream, to have a beautiful family with Abby. And we can make a better family than each of us had, because we both had traumatic childhoods with a lot of neglect and abuse and stress, and it's left me with PTSD, and I'm sure she's dealing with her own mental battles too. And that's what really, I relate to her. I can listen to her and relate to her so well because I just know kind of what it's like. And I don't know, when she tells me things, I try and appreciate them, all of them. And I love listening, like, to what she has to say and telling her things too. And I don't always feel amazing, and she understands that. She's told me like that she loves my intense emotions, and it's just amazing to me because I didn't think anybody ever would. Like, I've been so afraid of being loved in my life that this is it's difficult to process, like I said. So it's taking me some time. But yeah, her saying that she wants to come up in July, I want to see her. I'm just wondering what the practicality of that will be, because I'll be in Windsor, Ontario at the University of Windsor doing research in the dorm. I'll be staying in the dorms doing research there. So I'll be there for 2 months, June and July, and it's a great opportunity. I'm happy to be going. But if she were to come up, I don't know if she would be able to stay in the dorms. And like, I don't like the idea of her spending all her money because she works very hard. And she does an amazing job at Cracker Barrel as a server. And she gets great tips because she's just so fantastic, so personable, so talkative, so like good at her job. Like she knows what the customers want, and she doesn't like, she just has that personal level of care and service that just you would like to see. Like she's amazing. She's so hardworking. It's incredible, and how little sleep she gets. Like I always worry about her and want her to go to sleep, but at the same time want her to stay up and talk. But like I know it's not healthy for her to only sleep 3 hours a night and then go to work and work a double shift sometimes and come home and then stay up late and do it again and then just try and pay all her sleep debt on her days off by sleeping in and just being so incredibly tired. Like, I really want her to be healthy, and I know it's up to me in a way to build a framework that works for both of us so that she can be healthy and we can still talk, and I can be healthy too with regards to sleep and everything else. But I don't want her to spend all her money coming up to Windsor and having to buy like an Airbnb for a week at like, I don't know how much a night. It could be like upwards of $700 to $1,000 to stay there, and then on that and food and everything else if we try and go do things. But and then her plane ticket as well, like I don't know how much that's going to cost. So I don't want her to do what I did back in 2017 when I went down to Florida with kind of like no plan at all, and ended up staying 2 weeks and spending $2,500 total, and like not exactly having much experience wise to show for it, because I'm not trying to like say I wanted to bring back a bunch of material things, but like the experience itself was a bit embarrassing because of a lot of things. But I just kind of felt ashamed at the end. Like, why did I do that? I could have done so much else or other things, but like it was because I was lonely, really. It was because I wanted to belong to something, and I wanted to find an identity, and I wanted to live up to these incredible, unrealistic expectations that I'd set for myself at the time. Sort of feelings that came from feelings of neglect as a child, and feelings of being misunderstood and being bullied and being rejected by people, not being loved. So I just felt like I needed to do something. And I know she's going through a similar feeling, I think, where she's told me that she doesn't feel like people listen to her, and she doesn't feel at home where she lives. She says she's never really felt at home. She feels disrespected by her family and the way they treat her, and that she's trying hard, but it gets exhausting, and she thinks she's depressed sometimes, but you would really never know it with the way she's so amazing, like positive and everything, and it's just complicated. But I want to be there for her and with her because I love her. I love Abby. I love her so much. I I don't know. I just really love being around her. It's yeah. Having difficulty just thinking sometimes. It's all just so much. It's also new, so fresh for me. Like the emotional growth that I've experienced recently is incredible. I apologized to Brandon um, for leaving him and the others at the cabin because I know it wasn't really right of me to do that. And I told him that, and he said he accepted my apology and that it was water under the bridge. And I looked at him when I said it, and I think he could tell that I was sorry. And then also I was kind of a little emotional, but he understood it. And I felt better after, and I think he felt better too, because I just feel like there was that kind of, you know, mm, bad air or like bad, the bad, like a bad memory that just kind of wasn't really addressed. So I feel better. Like I swallowed my pride to say I'm sorry, and yeah. So, and I was happy to see him. Seems to be doing really good, and I'm proud of him for how far he's come in his medical degree, and I think he'll be really successful. I think he'll get into the anesthesiology program like he's intending to. Even though he says it's competitive, I know he can do it. He's smart, so yeah, he'll do great wherever he ends up. And I know he's feeling a little jealous about Jen right now, but I hope he can work through that too. Because I think they're a good couple and they're good together, but they need to work on trust and everything. And it's just so important right now. Love. Love is. Intimacy versus isolation is the psychological crisis slash task at this age for me and for him and for all the people between 21 and 39. Those may not be the most rigid boundaries, but kind of the age where we try and figure these things out and develop the virtue of love. As cheesy as it sounds, love is so important. And I'm working on that. And I prayed to God and asked Jesus to enter my heart, and I just thanked God and talked to him, and I felt tears streaming down my face because I just felt so grateful, and I just wanted to offer gratitude for all the things that I have in my life, for all the important things that I have, like people and the opportunities and just everything I have, because my life is amazing. It's just, I have so many things that I want, and I just have them all, and I don't give enough thanks in my life, and so I wanted to thank God and talk to him. And it was good. I felt like I needed to do that to become closer to God and speak to him. I know I haven't been the greatest Christian or anything, but I feel like God understands. It makes me feel better. Oh. I just briefly want to mention Zach. So we went to the Billy Talent concert together, and I don't know, Zach makes me feel uncomfortable a lot of the time. I've been thinking about it fairly often, why it might be, but I don't know. I'm perhaps bitter at him for how he acted many years ago to me in high school, and how I feel he's never really apologized or never really shown me differently, that he can act differently. And he sort of has that attitude from when he was younger, but I feel like he's starting to slowly change, and that's good. But I still feel like uneasy around him sometimes. Like there's just a tension, and I notice that I do think he's very anxious. Like I'm an anxious person, I can admit it, and try my best to like be open about it. But it's difficult for me to talk about him about any kind of emotions because he has these weird reactions that I find very uncomfortable, like a little too intense, like a little too like the spotlight instantly has to shift to some sort of reaction that he's making, like he's worried about making the wrong one or something, or trying to do like the right thing or whatever. I'm not even sure what's up with him. I just get that sense. And like little things though, like it always feels like I'm just leading and like he's wanting me to lead, or like always like looking for my approval with things, and like we don't feel comfortable with each other and stuff, but like we hang out a lot though. And it never goes away. Like it's good, but it's just there's not that underlying layer of trust, is what I can say. And it feels like, all I really have to do is say one thing, like one emotion, and he's just always takes it further. And it also feels very defensive too. Like if I say something that's not nice, sometimes he'll just like come back with something terrible. You know, not that I'm trying to actively be not nice, but I just I don't know what's the issue with him, and it bothers me. But like when I'm driving, it feels so weird driving around with him, because whenever I'm doing anything in the car, it's like he's so hyper vigilant. When I check shoulder check, he immediately shoulder checks too. It's like I hate driving with people like that. And like it's just like he's always anticipating the next little thing that's gonna happen. And it's just it feels so smothering sometimes. I don't know what is up with it. It just feels like I always have to like I don't even know. It's annoying. It's uncomfortable. But he is a good friend in a lot of ways. I just wish we could somehow get over this and feel a little more comfortable. I don't know. And also, I don't like feeling like it's me, like there's something I'm doing wrong. Because I don't really think there is. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. We're all just nervous systems influencing other nervous systems, which influence us too. So, I don't know. But, anyways, I think I really talked about everything. The last one is Manpreet, which she's a friend, but it's the same thing with Zach. Like, very uncomfortable. So I called her today and tried to like tell her about stuff, and it just feels like she's going through a lot, probably similar to Zach, and I don't know. Like, understand that recently she's going through even more because her uncle died and she went to the funeral yesterday, but it's like this every time though. It's not just that instant but it does feel weird talking to her, so I don't know if there's another one, but yeah, it's probably to do with emotions, I think, for both of them and me. Like we just don't feel comfortable expressing emotions to each other. That's probably about it. And we're not saying the things we really want to say. But anyways, that'll have to be worked on or addressed at a later date or worked through or whatever. Take it as it comes, as she's told me. I like the advice, but yeah, I don't know. The last thing. Oh, Leah, my therapist. So Leah, she's decent. She's decent. There's some things I like and some things I don't like about talking to her. Trying to decide if there's more that I don't like than I do like, but for now she's good. She responds a lot to my text messages on BetterHelp, which I think is cool because I like that. And it's getting better. The first meeting was pretty uncomfortable. The second one is not as bad. So it's getting a little better too, but yeah, as to whether she can really help or not, I don't know. It does seem like she's very much in that kind of hovery, positive hovery, slightly fake space. And that irritates me because I don't trust people like that. And what I mean by that is, like, she says she doesn't give advice. Well, okay, everyone kind of gives advice. It's like, I don't know what she's really thinking, but because like you don't have to like outwardly say anything to give advice, really. You can, or to influence someone. Like, it's kind of just like ignorance or something else, maybe stupidity, although that sounds quite harsh, that she says that because, like, okay, you're always making a decision. When you decide to, like, not make a decision, it's also a decision. So it's like, I don't know, it's a little irritating to me. I've said it's kind of spineless about other people, but with her, I don't think it's spineless. I just think it's slightly uncomfortable, rather. Not too irritating, but I think it might get better. But anyways, that's that. That's the end of this update video that I haven't made in a long time, but I'm gonna have to work on my last two assignments. I think I got extensions for both. I definitely got for one, but and then submit them, and I'll graduate in June sometime. In absentia, I'll have my Bachelor of Arts honors degree and undergraduate honors degree in psychology. Feels like it's been such a long road, but I'm here and thankful. And the road is not yet done, but it's going. We're getting there, and it makes me feel good. I'll have education, I'll have job opportunities. Hopefully, I'll be able to meet the love of my life, hopefully soon. I'm going back to the gym. My body's improving, my eating's improving. My sleep needs work, but I got some melatonin and took it. Hopefully I'll fall asleep soon. And yeah, I feel hope for the future for the first time in a long time. And I know the Zoloft is helping. And I'm avoiding alcohol, and I'm speaking my mind to people and trying to be true to how I feel inside and not just lashing out as much as I used to. And I hope that I can meet Abby and, just spend time with her and see if we really get along as well in real life as we do online. I love talking to her so much. I'm excited to see her she's so beautiful, so funny. She's so her personality is great. Like I just love her emotions. Like even negative ones I love, you know. It's weird. I'm drawn to them. Uh and the fact that she listens to me as well as I listen to her, but I don't know. I'm happy. Just feel pretty good. So